Good evening to all of you. So hope my screen is visible to all of you. So let me share link. So just a minute. Again, hope you all are doing great. And I just share the screen. Who are just finding difficulty to see it. Okay. Now, let me share whoever is attending very first time. Okay. Today onwards, we are going to start as a whole total new, you can say new domain or a new area in the technical part. So far, what we have discussed a very scratch basic, just like ABC, that if I'll recap, how to connect with the cloud server. After connecting that cloud server, which server we connected, Linux. How to use basic command for Linux, that we have gone through. What else? We have gone through the basic setup like environment setting and all those kind of things. Okay, why to do environment setting? You are crystal clear, just to set or to run the softwares in proper way. After setting the path or that stuff, how to check whether that specific softwares are running okay or not. If not running, what to do? Just you have to start it. You have to just shut down it and all those kind of things. So start, definitely we have done, shut down and all those, it's not done there. How to just go connect into different is two layer of user. One is sys, one is HR. For doing what? Doing SQL practice. We came to know what exactly the SQL is all about. We had zero idea about SQL. What else? We came to know about the purpose of SQL. It's a common language for all RDBMS. We have used that SQL for doing different type of operations in database. Which database we have used? We have used Oracle database. And good thing is that if you got whatever we have discussed, very small thing, again keeping in mind, you guys was having zero idea, and this program is just for fresher. I myself made in the label, I have just finished learning maybe last 6 months back, and keeping that label, I'm trying to interact with you guys. The whole purpose so that you will able to feel more comfortable and you will able to feel that yes, this is not any something called rocket science kind of thing. What we are doing here. That is the whole purpose, and that's true also. It's not that sake of saying I'm explaining it, but it's a true. We have gone through, yeah, let me finish that. So if you are able to work, or if you got the clear understanding of that SQL, what we have learned on platform or did little practice on Oracle, you will able to work in any database. That is the beauty. So unknowingly, you guys have learned a lot of things. So long story short, you know so much, but you don't know how much you know. You started carrying the stuff, the technology, the technique, the value is not known to you guys yet. Okay. Now, so we have gone through all that DQL, then DML, DDL, DCL, DTL, like those kind of things, small things. And based on that, whatever we have spent in 8-9 class, we have spent, that is around 10-12 hours we have spent. Now, it was foundation. Now we are going to discuss the, you can say, little advanced part. Whatever we have learned so far, only knowing this, it is not going to help us to get into job. But whatever you are going to start learning now onwards, you can say it's a gold mine kind of thing in the IT. So why I'm sharing this, just understand the value of it. Okay, and today I have another engagement, so I'm going to be here maximum 7 or maybe 5. So just for giving a heads up to you all. Now, what we are going to learn here? Let me just first share next 10-15 minutes why we are learning, what we are going to start learning. So the whole purpose of this understanding, okay, guys, if you have any issues, maybe you are not getting my voice or something, you can just call me, okay? Just for, I'm keeping my phone here, so in case. Now, what is the outcome of this, whatever learning we are going to have for next, maybe tentatively 1 month? Yes, it is not going to be, you are not going to be master of it, but the main base will be built. And that is one of the great thing to have it with us. And after that, in the simple finishing touch is going to be perfectly all right for all of you. Now, what is the outcome or what you can expect means the finished product of it. So the profile, what we are learning, it's known as Oracle Database Administrator, in short, Oracle DBA. This is one of the lucrative profile in the market in IT job. And if you search simply Oracle DBA job, you'll come to know the value of it, what it is. Okay. And what are the things normally any person having profile database administrator they used to do on their professional or day-to-day life? So before going to just show you how it works and all those kind of things, we have to just be crystal clear what all are the things we are going to learn in 1 month, or maybe around 25-30 hours approx total. So this particular part, what we are discussing or going to discuss in a few weeks, that is divided into 3 categories. Okay. So 3 type of work or 3 category or 3 different profile we are going to understand. Under first category, or you can say under first module, in a simple way, we can define this into 3 modules. In the first module, we are going to understand what is DBA, what is database administrator. Because database, Oracle database, we know, okay, we are storing data and we are fetching. Just as a layman basis, we are just having the clarity. What about the little depth part? The first part, we need to understand the architecture of Oracle. That means if somebody is saying you it's a desktop, so immediate picture is coming in your mind, okay, desktop means monitor, keyboard, CPU, as a whole this thing, and we will be using this for this purpose. That's it. Immediate, within fraction of second, you all are having this particular picture in your mind. But if I'll say Oracle DBA, Oracle Database Administrator, or Oracle Architecture, what picture is coming in your mind right now? To be honest, nothing. It's a zero idea. So the moment somebody is saying Oracle DBA or DB Architecture, what picture should come in your mind? That picture we need to understand. To just be on a little bit more deep, we are writing some SQL statement. We wrote some statement like maybe select, you guys have gone through insert, update, delete, drop, alter, create, commit. So all these, what we have done, we wrote query, give, enter, got output, that's it. Now we are going to understand that whenever you are writing any SQL statement and whenever you are going to get some, definitely getting some output, giving command, getting output, what is happening in the background? That thing we need to understand. I used to say some syntax error. What exactly the syntax error means? So far we were on the surface level. Now onwards, we are going to discuss what is happening behind the scene, in the background. Question. So why to understand all those things? In case you are facing any challenge, you are not getting error, but output is not coming. If you will not know what is happening behind the scene, who will fix it? Why output is not coming? If you got assigned some work related to that, okay, can you please check why this query is not, the statement you gave, the output is not coming? Who will answer this part? Unless if you will not know what is behind the scene. And that is going to give the crystal clear idea after getting the internal architecture. That after giving the select statement, hitting enter, what is happening behind the scene? What all are the components available that will be helping us to get the output? It's not that suddenly it is coming, hitting enter something. So internal backend processes we need to discuss. We need to understand. But here the question, but how it is going to impact, how it is going to just give us the value in the sense of job, value in the sense of once you'll fix it, what you are going to achieve. Coming back to the real life scenario, like you are going to bank and you are some output or somebody is saying that, okay, sir, you have to wait because link is not there. What exactly it means? It means that whatever you're supposed to get the data, that is missing due to n number of reasons. It could be network issue, but it could be database. Because the moment we are going to bank, in the counter they asked, what? Can you please give me your account number? They're giving account number, hitting enter. The moment they're hitting enter, ultimately select star from or select so and so where ID equal to this is working. And think if the output will not come, what will happen? What you will do? And if same thing happening entire, maybe worldwide, if the banking is there worldwide, same thing happening. That means no customer is getting their service. Can you think what is going to happen, the impact wise? So we have to know something. So if this situation comes, we have to help the organization or the project or your team, whichever. So if we will not have that background, how we can help? We cannot, right? What else? Data is getting stored due to any natural calamity, suppose. The server got crashed, vanished, flood, fire, due to that it damaged. What will happen? Can you believe what will happen if data is not there for any banking? Your account is there maybe in any bank, SDFC, ICICI or SBI. And so one of the sudden you are just checking net banking, you're not able to log in. You're going to bank is saying, I don't know how much money you have in your bank because the system is already due to tsunami or some earthquake is gone, Venice. Can you believe what will happen? So what to do so in that situations, your data will be protected. That we need to understand. You are going to learn, definitely not master on it, but you will able to visualize, you will able to just feel, yes, I have to do these things. So the topic is, it's a backup and recovery. That means the second topic. The first is architecture. Second is that backup, and there are different ways of just taking this backup and recovery, and there are different situations that is going to help the company organization. So that we have to learn. What else? Data security. Your data should be there with you or your own team, not to the public. If you have the connectivity, everything net, and if I will able to see everybody's accounts detail, what will happen? So there are very deep understanding we have to have about the data security. That means you have to give some permission so that only so and so and so person will able to get those information, not everybody. Manager or up will able to see everybody's salary or everybody accounts, whatever money is there, not in the entry level, maybe marketing executive, and those guys will not able to see everybody's accounts detail, how much money they have. How to do this particular thing? That you have to understand how it is managed in the background. And again, whatever scenario I'm giving, everything solution we are going to interact, we will be doing with SQL only. Maybe whatever you have learned, more than 60% is like that. Few new things also we are going to learn. Maybe 70%, whatever you have learned, the same statement you use. Same select, same insert, update, same thing. What else? Next part, that is the connectivity related. Some user wants to connect and they are facing some problem. That could be his or her net issue, maybe database issue. Being a database administrator, how you are going to make yourself at least under the knowledge, okay, this is not the database issue, this is issue from the maybe his or her network, maybe his or her laptop issue. If anything, any issues are going to come into the database, what are the basic steps you are going to follow? We need to understand, like we used to get in Android phone, smartphone, that different update, right? Same thing in this Oracle also. How to make it update in this Android? Simply accept, download, done. Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes maximum. The same thing, it is there in the big label. You are doing in maybe few GB. Here we are talking about few terabyte or maybe 100 of terabyte storage or system. How to do that part? So these are the as a whole, and we know why we are updating new version, new feature, new facility, all those kind of things. So this is in a nutshell what we are going to learn in the next, you can say 25 to 30 hours. Now, the very first thing what we are going to learn the stepwise, okay, and this is going to be little repetition, that how to check how many number of databases are there, how to start this database, how to stop this database, and what are the different phases in database to start. What are the different phases that is there for the shutting down? Question here, sir, what we will do to learn start in different phase? Definitely. When we are going to discuss this thing, there is a big reason behind it that on due course of time you will be able to understand. So for now, just like you can ask us different phases means what? Suppose you are having little old car, no automatic that gear system, just gear one. So are you in position to just start your car or bike and just go without giving clutch, gear change, accelerator? It's not possible, right? Same way, different phases are there. If you want to start database, that is, if you want to drive car, there have to be the internal process. You have to just go into neutral, just give self, change gear, and give accelerator, and on that way, and then you start running your car or whatever bike. Same thing here. The moment you're starting database internally, these are the things happening. If it is automatic, maybe you are not doing. Internally, it is getting happening for automatic automatic car, bike, whatever. Same thing here also. But we need to know, to fix the issue, we need to understand what is happening behind the scene. Because if some problem will be there, you should know in which phase is problem is. If you don't know the phase, how we are going to fix it? So ultimately, next 10-15 minutes, what we are going to learn? Just going to learn how to start the database in different phases and how to shut down or make that database down. And I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 minute. Hope you all are able to see my screen. Let me maximize it. Give me 1 minute. Hope you all are getting my screen. And same way, how to connect, you all have got the IP address, and don't practice along with me, because the same database is there. If I'll shut down, same you will shut down, it will give error, because only one database is there, same database you guys are connected, same server I'm getting connected. So at least when I'm taking class, don't do practice. Okay, after that you can just give, and this is very, whatever practice you are going to do, you have to be very sensible on it. Don't fire any command here and there, otherwise this database will be broke. Okay, now IP and everything you guys have it, new one. So same thing here also. Oracle, everything is same. Now again, same command we are doing, whether database is up and running or not, how to check. And this work is basically, it's any database professionals used to do this. Now, okay, so PS minus PF grep Pmon, so nothing is running. How to check how many number of databases are there? So far, you guys have seen only one. Right now, you can see two. That means two databases there. As I mentioned last week, I have asked one question. In one database, one server, how many number of database can be? Totally depend on the configuration of server. If it's a high configuration, you can have many. If it is low, one or two. So the number depends on the capacity of your server. Okay. Now, this is, we are just having for some research purpose, so don't use this database. Okay, so how to use only this database? We have to set the environment, and we all know what is setting the environment means. What, at least you guys are in position to visualize what I'm talking about. Okay, if not, if you are totally new, you have to revisit session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 9 to have the picture. Okay, so here, web environment, which environment? SHA. Don't use SHA data. Then we have to go to and this is the user we all are going to use now onwards as a database administrator. The HR, what we used to use, any developers are using this. Here onwards, specialization, whatever activity we will be doing in coming days. We all know, almost all of you who are just attending a regular session, This is the super user for database. Just like in Linux, we are having root as a super user. In Windows, we are having administrator. Same way here, sys. Hit enter, enter. And right now, it's idle. So as you know, I have already checked that this database is not running. How to start this database? After going to this, another way to find out database is running or stop. If it is showing you idle instance, means database is stopped. And I'll show you if database is up and running, it is going to show you the entire version with some more information. It should not be idle instance. I'll show you the difference. How to start the database? Once we have already discussed. So this is a basic standard command for starting up. Now I'll show you how to start in different phases. So right now, this database is. Now what I'm going to do, I'm opening new session just to show you guys that once database is up and running, then how the prompt is coming. So it will give the difference. What I made here saying that if it is not up and running, it is going to show the idle instance. If it is up, how it is going to show? Let me open another. This is another window I have just opened. And under that, definitely we have to set the environment. How to set environment? Then we have to give database name and see the difference. Okay. Be attentive now. If you guys have any questions, you can use chat box. Okay. If possible, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll just take it next. See the difference. Earlier, it was connected to idle instance. Right now, what it is showing? Connected to full, that total entire version, this database. It proves that if database is already up and running, you will be getting this message. If database is not up and running, idle instance, that means you have to start it. And how to shut down database? So command is shut down. One more option we have to use. Why we are using this option and that we will discuss after few class. Okay. So that option is immediate. Question. Sir, if I'll not give this immediate, what will happen? I can tell you what will happen. If I'll not give this immediate command, that means the prompt or database will not be shut down. It will not close. Why? That's what I said. We will discuss later on. Different options are there. But if you will give immediate, come what may, database will close, will shut down. That's what we will be preferring as a standard practice globally. Use immediate option. Okay. And here we need to just be little attentive. The moment I give this command, as I mentioned, there are 3 stages are there. To start up, to shut down also. That means just like to ride a bike or car, you have to switch on, then change the gear, then leave this and put accelerator, car will move. Here also 3 phases there. That's what the moment I'll shut down, 3 line output came saying database closed, database dismount, and now at last instance shut down. each and every this line is having their own meaning. And slowly we will be just getting aware with all these things. Right now itself, this database closed means we will able to at least feel database closed means database closed. But what is database to dismount? Dismounted means what? Or what exactly dismount means here in this database technology or database area? What is instance? These are the new word we are started listening today onwards. And this is on the towards end of the sessions, these are going to be, you can say, just ABC for you guys. So itself, we are not knowing the meaning of it, but for now, at least the takeaway for this thing, at least get aware or just accustomed with these new keyword that is going to help us a lot in coming sessions. And definitely we will understand each and every what exactly it means, what exactly it is happening in the background. We all will be able to understand it. Okay. So this is about startup and shutdown. Now you can ask, sir, you have opened another prompt. What will happen to that? Can we use that for firing any command and see what will happen? The moment, if I type anything here, suppose select start from tab or any command, basically, maybe some table name or something. See what it's saying. See carefully. Connection lost. That means if I'm making database shutdown here, whoever is connected in the world, it may be 100%, it may be 200%, it may be 1000%. Everybody's connection will be cut off. Right now we had only two. That is, here I was working and one I just shown you for testing purpose to you all. But the moment I give shutdown immediate, the thing will be closed automatically, or forcefully it is disconnecting. Okay, so the takeaway for this is what? Once database shut down, everybody from the world, maybe 100 connection, 1000 connection, lakh connection, everybody will be disconnected. Now, coming back to, so you said 3 stages are there to start up. 3 stages are there, just reverse shutting down. So what it is all about? So next 10-15 minutes, I'm going to discuss one of the, just like in our body, handful of very vital organs are there. So one of the top in the entire database career, if you'll ask one thing that is very, very, very important, and that is the architecture of the database. Architecture means what are the internal components? Because here we are starting a study now, but how internally the things has been designed? What all are the component building or giving us such a great capacity features? So we are able to manage the data, globes data kind of thing. It's a huge. So we are going to discuss the architecture, and to show you guys architecture, let me just, I'm opening the paint box. Okay. And this is, again, I'm saying it's for the DBAs, this is the ABC. If the more good knowledge or thing we have means in this architecture, more good or the control on that database or that project or that technology is going to be much more. Such an important part is this. Yes, to start with, definitely a little confusing. But my main role for today is to give you guys the nomenclature, the naming convention, only name, not what it will do, doing, no. Just this means just you remember this is this, that's it. What it is doing, how it is doing, means role, nothing we are going to discuss. Reason, to start with, if we'll come to know everything, one day, means maybe a few minutes, it is going to be mess. And you can say this is one of the toughest part for Oracle DBA. If this is clear, you are done. Okay. So how it looks like? So it looks like, and this is a common diagram what I'm making. You can just find in Google. Okay, it's not that. So it looks like this, and under that there are three compartments, three part is there. Okay, what three part is? I'm going to show you guys just the main important, very important component, not the entire one. Slowly we will be adding it, but right now the whole focus will be so that whichever the main measure component, that we can at least know the name of the component, not the functionality. So this three part is there, 1, 2, 3. The first part, just like you can treat this as a desktop. So desktop also a major part. In any machine there are three parts. Processor is there, then disk is there, and RAM is there. This is the three main component. RAM, that is memory, processor, that is CPU, and the hard disk, here we are saying database or data files. This is one part. This is the second part. And this is third part. In normal way, normal means as non-DBA, what I can say, this first part is, this is known as memory part or RAM part, okay? First, as a normal, I'm just writing, and same thing, I will replace with the actual name in database, okay? Just for better understanding, I'm just putting this name. RAM, this is, you can say it's a CPU or processor. This is, you can treat hard disk drive. Now, the name, these are normal. The same thing, if I'll convert this into the database component wise, so this is known as, this part is known as SGA. Full form is, let it be like this, SGA only. Later on we will slowly discuss. Then what is the CPU part? This is known as background process, okay? And this is known as data files. So three new word we have learned is SGA, full form is System Global Area, background process, and data file here. Now, inside it, in the memory part or so-called SGA, we are having further n number of components. And why we are learning this? Each and every component has their own role, own importance. If you will come to know about all these components, if some issues will be there, it is very, very helpful from our side to troubleshoot it. And that is the reason we are discussing this. Okay. So as I mentioned that we are going to have normal this the nomenclature kind of thing. So here I'm putting this. This is one box. This is second, third, and these are the major one. Okay, small more component will be there, but I'm not putting this. So this 5, and inside this big one, another further 2 category. This diagram should be there in your brain, and this thing will keep repeating. Okay, I'll save this diagram, so no need to just spend time to. So each and every component name we are going to understand first. Okay, just like take example of the same example we are taking example of that computer, that means desktop. RAM again further, the chip different thing, the CPU again something, disk again something internally. Okay, so here under SGA, System Global Area, these are the main component 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing under processor, that means background process, we are having handful of processes. What all are those handful of processes? Okay, that I'll tell you slowly. Again, we will be getting familiar with the name only. So we'll come to know. Okay, so few. Now, these are the, I'll just come with the naming, but these are the n number of processes. Each and every process have their own role and responsibility. Okay, we'll come to know slowly again. And as I mentioned, this is one of the complex part of database administrator, one of the complex, and that thing we are dealing. So if you guys are feeling overwhelmed, okay, these many things, sir, how? So these are the things on a daily basis we are going to repeat. So day 1, yes, it's confusing. Slowly, if you'll keep repeating the same thing in next 3, 4, 5 days, it is going to be easy. Just like different thing we have learned in first few days, and now it's easy cake for you all. Same thing will happen with this. So don't worry. Now, what next? In the data file part, again, we are having different type of data files. So here, mostly we are going to have 3 categories. 1, 2, 3. And few helper files will be there. That's what I'm just putting outside of it. Few files are there, that is, I have kept outside. And this is the major building block for database architecture. And what left is just the name. So name under SGA, so this is known as, just get familiar with the name only, okay, slowly. So this, then this, then this, then this, then this. Okay, slowly I'll just write everything. Okay, now the name of this is shared pool. Okay, name for this is database buffer cache. Again, I'm repeating why this, that. Simply, you have to get familiar with these words. These are very vital words. What else? Redo log buffer cache. What else? This one. Large pool. What else? Java. Few more are there, but this is just let it be with this. Okay. And further to here, let's have this also. Why to leave this one and to get familiar with this also. This is library cache. This is library cache. This is data cache. These are the, and ultimately in the coming days we will be coming to know each and every these functionality. So these are the entire thing, not entire, but most main component for or coming under memory or RAM, known as SGA, System Global Area. Same way, we are having different these processes, and each and every process have their own name. Just like I can name it here, maybe like maybe one. I'm giving 1, 2, okay, so it will help me to give number the respective names 4, 5, 6. So what is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Each and every name I'm just putting here. One is Pmon. So Pmon, at least you guys are familiar with process monitor. That is the process we use to check whether Oracle is running or not. So this is one of the very vital. Same way, then what is the purpose and all? Again, I'm repeating, keep repeating the same thing. Pmon, Smon, DB, WR. Okay, just get familiar with this name only. Simple. Don't think too much saying what is what. LG, W, R, CKPP. Archiver. That's it. This is about all the processes, background processes is available in this. Apart from this, also many, but these are main. Now come to the last point, the disk part. Okay, so disk part is again, these are 3 main and these are optional. So let's have the name for these also. 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing. And what is this? Password file. Definitely you can sense password file is related to what. Then parameter file. This is data file. This is redo log file. And control file. And the last one here is a archive log file. That's it. This is the entire architecture for Oracle database. And now till now we are just getting familiar with name. We need to understand at least one line in all the component. Only one line. That will be enough for you to just get going. So that one name, that means the work we are not going to discuss today, but definitely tomorrow we are going to spend some time on this. one of the complex part, one of the toughest part, you can say. Okay, so our main aim again repeating one line at least. If somebody will ask, okay, what is the use of library cache? At least you should be in position to state one line saying that, okay, library cache work is this, dictionary cache is this, database buffer cache is this. That's it. Okay, and we all have gone through much more complex stuff than this in our past. So don't worry on that part. Okay, so I don't want to just start or add something on this. You guys can join maybe 6:55 just for a couple of minutes, and don't miss the consecutive session. And in case you missed it, just before coming to next session, just follow the recording. Okay, and that's it, guys, for now. From my side, let me just stop that sharing. Okay, so you can just join. I'm just dropping off, as I mentioned that I have one call, so I have to one question somebody. Okay, guys, so let's join the same.